Hey guys, Smith here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to go viral practically every single time with organic dropshipping. This will be a little full guide. Now, you clicked on this video because you're in the organic dropshipping space, and I want to tell you guys the truth, okay? I lied to you. You can't go viral every single time with organic dropshipping. You clicked on this video because you saw the title, you saw maybe the thumbnail, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's going to... No, that's not the case. This is not what this video is. You clicked on the video because it was kind of a clickbaity title, right? You saw the little light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe you've been struggling with organic, or you're finding it hard to get consistent views or sales or actually get a product that converts, because virality is fairly easy when it comes to the grand scheme of things, right? But you clicked on the video because I put every time in the title. That's just unrealistic. And I'm not going to say it's as unrealistic as a lot of people think it is, but the organic expectations that we have in this industry, it's super unrealistic, because the only thing that gets views are titles like how I made $500 trillion with this product, or, how I went viral every single time. It's bullshit like that. I'm going to sit here, tell you guys the nitty gritty rules of thumb, what to do, how to do it with today's algorithms. Today's date is August 3rd. I believe I'm uploading this video today. So feel free to do this with, do with this information what you will. But, in 4 months' time, if you're watching this, this information is not going to be as valuable. So take notes, guys, understand it. And I've also split this video up into multiple chapters. So basically on the YouTube timeline, there's going to be like little different things that you can click on and talk about. So I'm going to split this up into little segments on the YouTube timeline. Take notes. So you can basically go and revisit things, or, maybe you save this video or put it in your favorites, whatever. You can go check this out, when you're making creatives next time, or making accounts, whatever you want to do. I'm serving you guys today. So the first thing I want to talk about is accounts, okay? Accounts. I am an idiot. I can't spell. So accounts. Sorry for my bad handwriting. So first thing I want to talk about is accounts, okay? When it comes to organic, people think that there's something more important than the other things. Everything is important, okay? It's kind of like building a building, right? So here's your building, and you want it to be super cool or whatever, and there's like a little top part here, and you got a little antenna, let's say a flag on the top, right? So this is your building, and this is your skyscraper. You need to have, one, a solid foundation. You need to have, two, proper infrastructure all the way through the building, and you need to have, three, the right material. And I feel like a lot of people think that there's one thing that's more important, so they can build with the strongest material possible, and this building is made out of stainless steel, concrete, whatever the fuck, but they're lacking on the foundation, so then the building's just going to fall over, right? Like, they think that they can slack on one side of organic and they can succeed on the other, right? So I'm going to talk about hooks and everything, and visual hooks, text hooks, controversy in a little bit later in the video, but I feel like a lot of people don't fully understand what organic is. And I feel like people think that they can slack off on some certain aspects of it. I'm not saying that's everybody, but what I will say is a lot of people tend to slack off on some things, right? I would much rather you guys have, let's say here's like a little score chart. I would much rather have you guys have, like, let's say, sevens across the board, right? So let's say here's, your website making abilities, here's your creative abilities, and then let's just say here is your let's just say here is your virality, your viral skills or whatever. So I would much rather you guys have, let's say up here's 10, here's 0. I would much rather you guys have sevens across the board, opposed to, like, let's say this isn't 10, and I would much rather you guys have sevens across the board opposed to like a 3 and then like an 11 in fucking website creation, and then like a 13, and then you're slacking on the virality. If you don't have the traffic, then what the fuck are you going to do, right? So I would much rather you guys have sevens across the board. And I feel like a lot of people, organic is kind of like building a building. You have to have a solid foundation, solid infrastructure all the way up, and you have to get have the right materials. So what I want to talk about is accounts first off. So we're going to be talking about how to warm up accounts, emails, what emails to use, what emails not to use, etc. So when I started out, and I don't use this website, so this is not an affiliate. You can check the link in the description. This is not an affiliate. There's no link. Now, this website is a scam. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to tell you guys like, it's go and here's, you can use, code Smith at checkout for $6 off or some bullshit. But like, I've used this website in the past, but I did get scammed one time. So this website is called Bulk Accounts Buy. .com, I believe. So this is not an affiliate link. This is not anything. I literally don't even use this website to this day. But let's say you've rinsed all of your email accounts, right? So let's say you don't have Gmails, you can't connect this, you can't connect that, you can't make Yahoos, whatever the fuck. You can go to bulkaccountsbuy.com. You can buy 1 year age verified Gmail accounts, and you can use those for organic accounts. I've used a couple. Sometimes I never actually used enough of them. I bought like 1,000 of them, bro, because that's when I first made like my big chunk of money with organic. So I bought like 1,000 of them, and I'm not going to definitively say that all of them are going to go viral. Like some, maybe they can, they're all Gmail, so they're fine, but like maybe some they can affect the virality. But what basically this, how, okay, what's this account's a scam? The reason this website's a scam is because I bought like my first 100 from them, and then they changed the passwords on me and resold the account. So if you buy, just make sure you change all the passwords and yada, 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 yada. But that way it's not really a scam, but they will fuck you over if you don't do that ASAP. So I'm not going to sit here and promo this website too long. Let's get this out of here because it is a scam website and I'm not promoting it at all. I've just used that before. So if you're fully out of accounts, then feel free to use that. So let's talk about accounts, right? How to warm up accounts. Let's just say warming. So how to warm accounts, right? Basically, when it comes to accounts, you also have two things, right? So we're going to talk about warming. We're going to talk about account identity. Because accounts have certain identities and people don't understand that. Sometimes organic, like when it comes to organic, and I'm sorry, you really don't want to hear this. Sometimes it's out of your control. Sometimes it's just not in your hands and you can't fully grasp and force your way through. That's the truth about organic, is that you don't have entire control because the algorithms are at play, videos are at play, engagement is at play. Like you cannot fully grasp opposed to like certain things to where it's just a volume game. Like you can't post like 80 times in a day and then that's going to negate the luck or whatever of going viral. Like that's not how organic works. So when it comes to warming up accounts, right? Use Gmail accounts, bro. Use Gmail accounts. Just the one thing you shouldn't use is Outlook accounts. That's the one thing that every single time I've made an account, it's on Outlook. Bro, I've tried that like 4 times. Every single account just gets sniped. So don't use Outlook accounts. Gmail accounts are fine. Yahoo accounts are fine. And you can recycle those. I don't know if this is still a thing, but bro, I would rip this back in the day. You used to be able to, once you hit like your Gmail limit, you could make new Gmail accounts by proxy of making a new YouTube channel. So that, I don't know if that's patched yet. I don't know if the devs got to that and we're like, yo, you're printing too much, bro. Like fucking chill out. So I don't know if the devs patched that yet. If you guys want to say in the comments if it's still working or not, try it yourself. Be a little guinea pig for everyone else watching this video. Feel free. But yeah, don't use Outlook accounts. You can buy the accounts from, I'm sure there's other websites that are better than that one. I'm just giving you guys what's worked for me. So warming accounts and identity. The truth about accounts is that accounts do have identities, and organic dropshipping is not a definitively 100% certainty business model. Like we can, and I'm okay with that. It's like a solid trade-off because with ads, you have, way less margins. Like, we're organic. We're like double, almost triple the margins of paid guys. I know guys that do, $500,000 a month on paid and they're only profiting 10% minus, business cost, minus like a business partner. So it's not like the craziest thing in the world. So with organic, you're a lot leaner. With organic, you have higher margins. And I'm okay with that trade-off for not being as certain opposed to paid ads. So with account identities, what I want to talk about is you have different account identities, right? So you can have boom, boom, and boom. So you can just have straight dead accounts, or I kind of just call them like you get sniped. So, basically what that means is like you post good videos, you've warmed it up, you've done ample warm up time, you've niched it down, yada, 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 and you just don't see success. Or you don't get viral after your first like week of testing. That's just a dead account. There's nothing you did wrong, really. I feel like a lot of people, there's always like some metric that's wrong. Like I said, it's not always in your control. And a lot of the time, sometimes people go like, oh, I warmed up my accounts and then the creatives are bad. And we're basically going to be talking about every little thing. This video hopefully is going to be over an hour because I have a lot to tell you guys. So sometimes you're going to just get dead accounts and that's okay. Like that's a part of the game. You just have to thug it out. So you got to do the TIO method, the TO method, the thug it out method. So second off, you're going to get what's called a slow burn account. So this is something that I've been seeing a lot more of, especially on TikTok. Instagram, as we all know, if you don't know, Instagram is a slow burn platform. You're never going to go viral on your first video. Instagram is a slow burn platform. It takes a while to go viral. That's just how the game works, okay? Instagram and TikTok are different platforms. They have different algorithms. That's just how the game works. So are you going to see quicker results on TikTok? Yes. Will you convert as well as Instagram? No. 90% of the money in the organic industry is made on Instagram simply due to the fact that you have way more things, right? You have stories that can convert. You can basically put, and this is something crazy. I'm sorry I'm going to spill the sauce, but you can use ManyChat CTAs. So if you don't know what ManyChat is a software to where you can connect to your Instagram account. And once you have it connected, you can set up, if somebody comments XYZ word, you will personally DM them a link, and it's all automated. So you can set up a ManyChat automation flow to where, let's say you have a creative. It's, let's say, your account's already getting, like 20,000 views a video, 50,000 views. You just had a video to like 5 million. Congratulations. You're stepping your foot in the water. Okay. So what you can do, and this is just as far as getting creative, what you can do is set up a ManyChat keyword automation system, like an automation flow on the software. This is not sponsored. I use ManyChat. It's the GOAT. If you know it, then you know. But basically, you can set up ManyChat. You can say, if you comment the word, let's just say you're selling, a car product. Comment the word, F1. Let's say you're selling an F1 Formula 1 car product. Like, comment the word F1, and we'll send you, like, at the end, or even in like the description, like, comment the word F1. And you can, get 15% off or get free shipping or whatever the fuck, create some angle, right? They have to have an incentive to comment the fucking word. So they comment the word. That not only does that farm engagement, but it also gives people way more incentive to buy, because the personal branded account is sending them the fucking website to buy from. You could say it's some special link, even though it's not. But that's a side tangent. And then you also just have, I would just say, normal. Right. So I talked about this in the last video. Feel free to watch that if you're new to the channel, basically covering how I did like 40K with drop shipping, like brain rot, tralala, Italian brain rot plushies. But yeah, and you have normal. So very rare that you just get a dead account. A lot of the times it's because, and I'm talking about a real dead account, because a lot of the times what people don't understand is with their accounts, they didn't warm them up properly, so they attribute the dead account to shitty creatives, or, oh, I just have a dead account, opposed to, I didn't warm it up properly. Does that make sense? So that's the crazy thing about organic, bro. No one understands this. There's so many fucking factors that come into it. There's so many factors that come into play, and it's all really, sorry, I hit my camera. It's all really a data game. That's the hardest thing to understand. It is so hard to have everything right in front of you and make decisions, because there's so many outlying external factors that you can't fully grasp and make decisions 100% based off of, right? This is not paid ads. So I'm cool with making the trade-off of not having all the data, but the game is the game at the end of the day. So a lot of the times, very rarely, you're going to have a dead account. Then I would say it's kind of 50-50 for slow burn and normal TikTok. Slow burn accounts I found are a lot better. And when I say slow burn, I mean slow burn for TikTok. So with TikTok, slow burn as far as like a week to get your first viral video. But when I talk about slow burn for Instagram, oh my God, dude, that shit is a different game. And what I can talk about is, Instagram method. Basically, you just, and I already talked about this in the last video, so I don't want to be quickly recycling information. I'm kind of getting on a tangent here, but, for Instagram, essentially what you can do is you can order 3 niche products. You have a car Instagram account. You could speed test those 3 products, order 3 while you're testing the 3, and then you could basically recycle these accounts. And it doesn't matter because you're not changing niches, so the account's not going to die. There you go. There's that part. So next thing I want to talk about is warming up accounts properly. I feel like like I said, guys, organic is like building a fucking skyscraper. You have to have everything on point: foundation, infrastructure, materials, etc. So warming up accounts, I would highly suggest using Gmails, aged Gmails with, phone numbers connected, Yahoo accounts, any other email out there except for Outlook. Hotmail is probably a stretch. But yeah, I would say, so for warming up accounts, what you want to do is you want to make the account, make it regular, bro. It really depends on the niche, right? So it depends on the product that depends on the product that you're testing. So when it comes to properly warming up accounts, it really just depends on the product that you're actually testing. So let's say it's a niche product. And then let's just say it's like a wow factor. Oops, sorry. Oh man, why did that delete? So let's say it's a niche product, and then let's just say it's a wow factor, whatever product, right? So essentially let me write wow so you guys can see that. There we go. So let's just say it's a niche product, right? What you want to do if it's a niche product is boom, boom, boom. When you're warming up the account, you want to make it, and then you just want to scroll for a little bit, right? It shouldn't take you more than 2 days to warm up the account. There's a lot of looming myths in the organic industry as far as how to actually warm up accounts, how to do this, how to do that. When it's a niche account, a lot of people just look up like, okay, and I know if you're watching this video, there's a lot of people at different stages and their knowledge really just differentiates. Stop doing the TikTok made me buy it, Amazon fines, hashtag FYP, because then you're just a burner magnet, okay? Stop doing that bullshit. With niche accounts, just fucking like in your niche. With WoW products, don't even look anything up, bro. With WoW products, it's just like a generalized broad product. Just scroll regularly. And then if you find an organic product that's similar to yours, or even like videos that are similar to what you're testing, right? Like for my, I can actually get this product right now because I have it in my room. I mean, my last video is based on this product, but here it is. It's the Tralala Tralala plushie. bro, when I was warming up accounts for that, I didn't do the whole like TikTok. I just scrolled regularly on TikTok. I had a sick fucking doom scroll session. I loved that shit, and I just found brain rot videos. I just optimized my feed for brain rot because it was like a broad wow product, whatever. It was a little bit of a money grab, trendy product, but I just found videos that were viral. So I was like, okay, boom, 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 let's get brain rot, tralala, tralala, like, and then oh no, policia, bombardier, crocodile. I just liked on them shits, and it was that simple. So warming up accounts really just depends on the product you're testing. For niche, it's a little bit different, but it should take you no more than like 2 days to warm up an account. So every part matters. Like I said, winning a winning organic creative, and this is kind of what I want to talk about. Every aspect of organic is like building a skyscraper, right? So even with creatives, okay? Creatives. I'm an idiot, bro. I cannot spell. Oh my God. I'm embarrassing myself. So even with creatives, right? At the end of the day, every single it's kind of like painting the Mona Lisa, right? You can't have this beautiful fucking painting and then her eye is just crooked or some shit, or like her nose is upside down. You see what I'm saying? Everything has to be on point. And once you kind of get the habit, and you're not even consciously doing it, but you understand the philosophy, you understand the science behind winning organic creatives, doing it, you're gonna make way more money. So at the end of the day, right? Organic creatives, it's kind of like painting the Mona Lisa. It's like making a beautiful painting, like Renaissance painting, fantastic. You can't fucking slack on any aspect of anything. Every single part matters of the video, right? So you need to give let's talk about this, okay? So there's a lot of, like, creatives is practically an umbrella term, so I want to talk about that. So first thing I want to talk about is the basics, right? So oh my God, what I'm an idiot. Basics. So the basics could be a plethora of things, right? The basics could be, let's say, hooks. It could be visuals, and it could be a lot of other things as well. Like, let's say controversy. Sorry if I spelled that wrong. I'm kind of an idiot. I dropped out of high school, bro. But anyways, so thanks to organic dropshipping. But basically the basics, right? You have hooks, visuals, and controversy. So all of these have to be on 10. Your visual hooks have to be on 10. Your text hooks have to be on 10. Your stitch clips have to be on 10. Your controversy has to be on 10. I'm going to talk about what most people do wrong and how to actually properly do it. So for hooks, right? I found, and this kind of plays into controversy, so hooks and controversy are fairly similar. But when I talk about hooks and controversy, the biggest problem that I see with people is that their videos aren't product aware. Product aware. So a lot of people have, like, let's say, like, here's your creative, right? So here's your creative. It's absolutely fantastic. You get, like, let's say you're making a banger creative, and I know bangers, right? So let's say you're making a banger creative, and you have a lot of, let's say you have, like, I don't know how to explain it, like attention bar. Like, let's say you have attention going to your creative, and you have the product, and here's the controversy. So let me actually just write this out. So product and controversy. If your controversy is taking away too much light from the product, you will not be able to go viral, or you will not be able to convert. Sorry, you can go viral, but you can't convert. So your videos need to be product aware enough to where people understand that it is a product that they can buy from your account. But a lot of people just focus on controversy because they focus on going viral, which is fine, right? Like, going viral is a part of the fucking process. You have to know how to go viral. You have to know how to make good creatives. You need to know what controversy works and what doesn't. A lot of people think organic dropshipping takes like 2 months. Bro, you can have a good month in like 5 months of trying it, but it's not about, oh, I had this 60K a month, 4 months ago. How can you consistently make fucking money with organic? Okay? That's what a lot of these guys in the space have one good month a fucking year ago. And then they, try and make videos and talk about blah, 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 blah. It's bullshit. So when you're basically making creatives, right? Your videos have to be product aware, first off. And second off, your controversy can't be taking away light from the product. So your controversy has to be product aware. For example, like, if there was a fantastic product that converted like fucking crazy, bro. It was this little mini hookah, so you can have it in your car. That is a fantastic product because it has a use case, it's convenient, and people want it. It's not necessarily a niche product. It's like borderline on, it has the wow factor to where you can run it on organic, but it doesn't have the boring wow factor towards like more of a paid product. Does that make sense? So there was a product, basically, if you're doing the bullshit of like if you're doing the bottom, I call it bottom feeder stuff, because a lot of 90% of organic dropshippers don't make money, and that's because they're bottom feeders. They kind of focus on the crumbs and the bullshit scraps. They want to get a couple sales here and there, and that's why they're idiots, and that's why they don't fucking make money. So when it comes to, creatives, like a lot of people are going to throw up like, the meme of the two black guys kissing on their monitor or some shit and be like, hey man, I did my controversy. What do you think now? You're a fucking idiot. So, or they're going to do like have their, their foot in creative, or do some funny shit with their socks, or they're going to have like, a messy toilet or something like that. Like, bro, it doesn't play into your fucking product. So why would anybody care? I know a dude that got a fucking YouTube plaque from like a literal silver YouTube plaque off of organic dropshipping. Dude got like 200 million views on this one product. And his controversy in the majority of his videos were literally just like a messy toilet, but it played into his creative. A lot of people focus on controversy that doesn't even play into their creative or what their product fucking does. So a lot of the times people focus on, and that's okay, focusing on controversy just to go viral, but not to sell, because it is a skill you need to learn. It's kind of like getting an infinity gauntlet of organic dropshipping. You just have to understand every single nitpicky fucking aspect of the business model and the industry, and then you're just going to be able to consistently go viral. So when you're doing controversy, try to make sure that it's not taking away light from the actual product or putting the product in a negative light. So the video's virality can't be based strictly on this third-party controversy, or the controversy in the video can't be putting the product in a negative light. Does that make sense? The product, like, it has to be product aware. The controversy has to be in relation to the product's use case, and your controversy can't be the main focus of the video. So controversy is fine, because a lot of people ask me like, bro, what do you, dude, if it's your first 3 stores, just fucking test whatever. Like, that's what people don't understand. I'm not going to sit here and say, so you need to go through this 5-month training step process. Bro, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Organic dropshipping is not that serious, bro. Like, it definitely gets nitty gritty when you're fucking hitting certain levels, bro. But at the end of the day, you just got to test products. You know fucking nothing. Get the skills down. Learn how to go viral. Learn how to make a website. Learn how to convert. Do this, do that. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to cross a bridge you're not at yet. For your first 5 products, bro, who gives a fuck? You could test the most saturated product of all fucking time, bro. Like, who cares? Just, you need to learn the skills, the proof of concept, the experience, and the process of getting the product, making it, testing, seeing what creatives work, controversy, testing new concepts and frameworks, all that kind of stuff. You need to learn that. So I don't know who you are watching this video, bro. You could be saying like, oh, well, this guy's kind of just spewing some beginner shit. I guess it really depends. That's the hard part about these videos, is like, I don't know who's watching these videos specifically. But I hope nonetheless so far you found it valuable. So when it comes to hooks and visuals, here's what I'll do is I'm going to do this. Boom. So hooks and visuals, right? You need to put in the extra 1%. Now, this extra 1% is separating you from, putting in 99%, which is what most people do. Most people put in 99%. But then the one thing separating you from hitting that first, like, let's just say 20K month, because 10K month is not very hard to hit. So let's just say 20K month, right? It's just putting in that 1%. The one thing separating you from hitting that first 20K month is just doing more, is putting in that extra 1%, bro. Go, and here's the biggest thing. Go to a nice college campus to record creatives. Stop recording creatives in your fucking backyard, bro. Go outside in your neighborhood. Like, I don't live in like the fucking hood, dude. I live in like a fairly nice area, and we have like in the winter, we have like super beautiful sunsets. Like, I'll go out and I'll record creatives in the winter because the sunset's goated and the lighting's perfect. Like, go to a college campus. If your product is, let's say, a swim product, if you have a pool, go to your pool. Go to your boy's house with a pool. Go to a hotel pool. Go to a water park. There's fucking infinite things you can do. And this 1% is basically what I'm referring to. Go put in that extra step. Go record outside. Go wait a little bit for the sun to be at the right angle to where you can do this and this and that. Go spend the fucking $40 on some super fancy chest mount or tripod. Go do the ring light. You see what I'm saying? Most people don't put in that 1%, which is why they're fucking broke still, and they haven't made a dime from organic. That 1% is going to separate you from the 99% of bottom feeder fucking idiots that are trying this business model. So you need to be putting in that 1%, whether that be, ordering products for your creatives, getting a fucking job to fund, ordering products for the creatives. Or not when I say products, but I'm saying like things, right? You could be background products, it could be props, it could be ring lights, it could be chest mounts, it could be a plethora of things. So go to the fucking college campus, bro. Go rent an Airbnb with your boys for a fucking one day and record some goated creatives there. You see what I'm saying? There's a plethora of things that we could do. I just ended up a client event with two of the guys from my stuff. I'm not going to talk about that because then it's just going to kind of ruin credibility and be like, these guys still. But like, I had a client event, two guys, one guy flew out from fucking Canada. These guys pulled up. I got them a sick ass crib in LA for a little bit. I had, we basically set up and we recorded creatives, bro. I had them bring their products. I had the sample products come in from the suppliers. We've recorded the creatives there and it's sick. You see what I'm saying? That's like an extra 1% that you can do. We could have just sat there and fucked off and just played Fortnite all day. But it's like, it's that extra 1% that's going to separate you from everybody else. So when it comes to hooks and visuals, be the extra 1%. Okay. So you need to give the viewer emotion or give them a reward. So when it comes to the actual side of creatives, where did I write creatives at? Here we go. When it comes to the creatives, there has to be some kind of incentive for someone to watch, right? And I feel like that incentive. So when it comes to creatives, right? Here's the thing, guys. If you're trying to learn something, this kind of came in my mind. If you want to learn organic from somebody and they don't go viral with their personal brand, you're a fucking idiot. I just realized that. I know some dudes with organic dropshipping programs that don't have like 20,000 followers on Instagram. Idiots. Anyways, basically, so incentive. The viewer has to have an incentive to keep watching, right? And that could be a story. So you can basically promote a narrative or a marketing angle. You can use stitch clips. You can use this and that. It also has to be a reward, right? Reward. And basically what a reward is it could be, let's think, for example. So a story. You could do a story of, recording on Snapchat, having that far out angle. And one of my buddies did this and he got like literally 100 million views on an Instagram reel, which is retarded. But it was him recording on Snapchat from super far away, and he had that little zoom in thing with the Snapchat caption, and then it went into an organic creative. Then reward. You could do certain things like day 1 of doing this, day 2, or like, here's what my product looks like now, or like basically having something at the end of the video to where people are like, okay, like for example, why do you think those guys who make beats on Instagram or TikTok go so unbelievably viral? Is because first off, for virality, you need to have a longer video. Like at the end of the day, it's very, very rare that like a 5-second video is going to get more than, like, you could definitely go viral with it. But like the actual viral things, bro, if someone spends more time on your creative, they're going to way more likely to buy. So when it comes to like the reward, right? Why do you think these beat guys who make beats on FL Studio or Logic or Ableton, whatever the fuck, they have their, their webcam at the top and then they have like the beat, whatever it is, like the studio, whatever on the fucking bottom, right? They're promising a reward at the end of the video. They're showing every step of the process of making, from the hi-hats to the 808s, to the opens, to the fucking snares, to the layering, to the melodies and the transitions, whatever. They're showing you everything. And at the end, you get this beautiful reward of a beat and you feel like you've gotten something from the video. So if you can basically invoke emotion amongst the viewer through a story or through, feeling empathy, you can do, there's infinite things you can do. So like I said, with like the little, the Snapchat thing, you could do a video, like, let's say you're selling an anti-theft product, or it's like a little fingerprint, whatever the fuck, right? Like you can envision what I'm viewing right now. So let's say you're selling one of those products. You can do a little video. It's like, another thing that I talk about is like ring camera stuff, bro. If it's anything with anti-theft or backyard or outside products, this or that, bro, you probably already have a ring cam. If not, buy a fucking ring cam. They're not that expensive. Set up the ring cam because you probably need it anyways. But then you have the ring camera. You can do like a one of the guys, I'm not gonna say it, but one of the guys in my thing was running like a porch pirate, like anti-theft product. I'm not gonna spew it, but that was essentially what it was. And I gave him the idea. I was like, bro, do like a ring camera footage, dress up in all black, get like a ski mask from like Amazon or something, and then basically just pretend to be like a porch pirate. That video went viral. And it's literally because he has a story, he has the incentive. Not only does it have the incentive, it doesn't come across like a bullshit ass, stupid, brain rot, organic dropshipping creative. Does that make sense? It had the story, it had a narrative. It got people to see. It was like, oh, this guy, like, I stop at ring cameras every single, when have you guys not viewed entirely a fucking ring camera footage? I, like, anytime that comes up on Instagram, I watch the entire thing. I'm like, what the fuck is going to happen? So these people see like, oh shit, this guy's stealing from a thing. What's going to happen? Is he going to get caught? Is he going to get away? Is there going to be an update on the story? Blah, blah, blah. The guy comes up, he steals a package, blah, and he's able to fucking give people an incentive to stick around in the video, right? So it has a story, but it also has a reward, and the video can also be longer. Does that make sense? So you guys really just got to do that extra 1%. You really got to do the extra 1%. And this is kind of just the basis of when it comes to how to go viral every single time. Like, I'm not going to sit here and I can't give you guys definitives and that other than like just rules of thumb. Because the truth about organic dropshipping, guys, is that it really is just rules of thumb. Like, no one is going to sit here and tell you guys the truth. Rules of thumb. It's really just rules of thumb, because the better decision maker is the person who has access to more information. And that's the truth of it. So I'm going to be super blatantly honest with you guys. You can't go viral every single time with organic dropshipping. That is just simply the name of the game. And a lot of the stuff that I told you guys in this video is rules of thumb. I can't sit here and look at your videos and say, each and every single person watching this video, maybe 1,000 people watch this video, I can't sit here and say, yeah, here's this what you have to do, here's this what you have. Like, I can't do that. So everything I'm sitting in here, I don't know where you're at with your organic dropshipping journey. I don't know what you've done in organic so far. There's a lot of things that I can't take into account for every single individual watching this video. But what I can give you is rules of thumb and advice, and especially from somebody who's actually done it and consistently does it to this day. Like, I want to just give you, like I said in the fucking start of this video, I'm just serving you guys today. So a lot of the stuff is really just rules of thumb. I can't sit here and look at each and one of your accounts and, okay, so your views are at here. You've been testing for this many days, and this, you got like 20K views on this video. So maybe test for like 4 more days, see if the product goes viral, and if not, then switch. I can't tell you that because I don't have the information. But like I say in every single video, if you guys have organic dropshipping questions, if you want to get, and this is the big thing, give me the necessary information to answer it competently, okay? Don't say, hey, Smith, I've been testing your product for 3 days. Should I keep testing it? I don't fucking know, bro. What the fuck kind of question is that, dude? Like, ask me, hey, Smith, I'm testing this XYZ. I'm testing a product in XYZ niche. I've been testing on TikTok for this many days. I've gotten X many views on my 5th video. I want to test it, but I also have another product that I think that, and then I'll be able to answer that. Take your fucking time out the day, bro. It's free to comment on this fucking video and get advice, bro. So anyways, I hope you were able to find, what else do I need to talk about? I feel like that's about it. So if there's anything that you guys want me to cover, maybe I didn't cover it in this video, comment on it. Hey, Smith, you didn't talk about this in this video. What about this? How would you personally, XYZ with organic? I'll answer it, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I was able to give you value. I'm not trying to sit here and do anything. I'm just trying to serve you guys today. So I hope you got value. Drop a sub if you did. If you want to work one-on-one with me, just click the first link in the description or not. I don't care. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Stay blessed.